Hey there again, YouTube. This is Ice9 with another Madden Mobile video. And bit to cover today. We don't have any player releases. Final edition is going on. Uh, Actually, we'll go ahead and go into that first. 'Cause some people might like these players, and the Mike Evans was a good release. The Carson Palmer card was kind of a meh type of card, not too fast. Throw power is not great. Throw accuracy is just okay. So very, very average. Wow, 66 acceleration. So this is, I don't know. I wouldn't even play this guy over Road to the Playoffs Brady, to be honest with you, with those stats. There's no boost. There's just nothing exciting about this card at all. For this week, we've got another offensive guard, Justin Pugh. And with this card, I took a look at it. Acceleration's really, really good. The speed is okay. Pass block is okay, but the run block is pretty low at 89, even though his impact block is 96. So blocking stat for that run block is the biggest thing about the card that's a problem. I don't know how much of a problem it would be, but just definitely not that exciting of a card for sure. So we got Final Edition and Campus Hero going on. They could always add Campus Legends if you want to go ahead and do that set. At some point I might, if they come out with a really good release or something. And as I get Campus players, just like I just did, I'll put them in the set, and then at some point try to treat myself and see what I get out of it. But a lot of these older sets now, the old team sets, MVP sets, captain sets, they've gone by the wayside. Gold medal masters, long over with now. That was, wow, a month and a half ago now, right? And positional heroes are done. We'll have ultimate legends going for the till the end of the year, but things are just really kind of died down, and it seems like the GTs and the Ultimate Legends are going to be the only things that are coming out, really. I doubt that EA will do anything in terms of live events. One thing that I will say that kind of sucked that EA did is last year they let mobile players vote on who is going to get the cover player next year, and whoever got the cover player got the most votes, which ended up being OBJ. They had the card that you could get for all four of the players. I think it was OBJ and Pat Pete and Gronk, and I forget there's somebody else. I think Antonio Brown were all kind of the choices for it. OBJ obviously got the vote, and he turned into a 99 player. I ended up selling him. It wasn't the greatest 99 wide receiver out there, and I already had Megatron and Jerry Rice. So I didn't end up keeping him. I sold him for coins, but that was something this year. They didn't let us vote, and really, basically what we have, hopefully you did the live event with Gronk, because you're going to get apparently an 89 Gronk, probably this player with this stats to start next year, which in comparison to Domination Gronk really isn't that great of a player at all. But at least it'll be something starting for the next year. So hopefully you guys have done that event and unlocked the player, and you'll be able to use him next year. So let's go on to the season score that just came out. So the reset clock is ticking. We got 4 months left, basically. Or no, 3 months left, basically, to play with your current team, and then it's going to reset. And we could see the requirements to get max points. We're 99 offense and defense and 92 special teams. I'm obviously way above that. I think it is level P30, I think it is, to get max points for that, for level. And then achievements, 200 achievements. I've got that. And then unique sets and sets completed. So I've maxed that out. Our league, because it was a little bit newer, starting at the end of February, we don't have enough wins yet to increase our season score, but we'll get there soon enough. Hall of Fame, over 10 million fans. I've obviously got that. And then season play, 33 seasons, 32 Super Bowl wins, 64 playoff wins, 626 games won in season, which is just a lot. And so that's easy. And then they've got this cool thing here where they're apparently going to have daily objectives that count down. We can see we've got a little bit, 12 and a half hours remaining to hit these objectives. And this will bring your progress bar up to get you more packs starting for next year. And for me, seeing the progress and these things all help a little bit. I'm not gonna knock myself out, but I will try to do these objectives every day. I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad thing to do. One easy way to do them, some of them, is, for example, I had this close quarters one here with a 25-yard touchdown, and what I did was I played against one of my Facebook friends to unlock that one or to fulfill that challenge. And then for the 175 points the day before, I was kind of hoping the challenge would go away and I'd get another one. But I did this the day before yesterday. It's still showing up here, but basically my league to league drives counted, my league championship drives counted, and then I played 3 season games to get the 175 points. So that's how I did that. So that'll be something cool and something to play for the rest of the year. It seems like activity has really, really died down. And one thing I wanted to cover, we're going to do a team review here. And we're going to do Marco's team because he was asking me some questions on the league chat this morning, was asking some questions on what to do to get this player, to get that player, etc. And still looking to do upgrades and upgrade his team. And he was kind of talking about a few different cards. And here's what I think with Marco's team. He obviously plays as the Raiders. And if you look up and down the lineup, very similar to mine. And 103 overall, same as mine. Couple little different things here and there. He's got Julio Jones at wide receiver 2, his deep ball guy. And then he's got OBJ at 1. And then league Jerry Rice there in the slot, which is a pretty good way to run it, actually. And for gameplay purposes, I think that the best thing to do for gameplay is if he gets DRC or some speed booster on the team, but Marco likes a really high overall type of team, and he's got 1.5 million coins, so it's getting hard to upgrade at that point. When all your upgrades, really to upgrade at a position, you need an ultimate legend or a boss or a GT player. It gets really, really pricey to do these upgrades. And so what I think for Marco, what I would say to him, and what'll probably make him the happiest, I think, for a legacy team, is you got some really good Raiders players out there, and why not put them on the team, is kind of what my thoughts are. First guy he would have to go after is get Brady out of there and get GT Derek Carr. And that's a good card. Let's take a look at it in the auction house. And we got him up right here. Apparently he's going for the high 2 million range in his auction house, which I don't know what it is, 1 or 3. I'm in 2. And he's going in the low 2 million range here. And we can see in comparison to Newton, the accuracy stats for throwing are all better. He's still extremely fast, 95 speed, not as strong, agile as Newton. Newton will be a better running quarterback for sure and is 2 inches taller, so that makes it a little bit easier to throw over the line and things like that. But 6'3" with those accuracy and speed stats is not bad at all. And just because he is a Raiders fan, I think that he should definitely work on getting this guy first. And he's got 1.5 million coins. He could sell Brady. I don't know what Brady's going for. Let's take a look. May not be the same as in his auction house, but let's take a look. Prices on players in general are going up because there's less activity at the auction house. When there's less activity, there's less competition, there's less undercutting, and prices will be higher, and that's something that we could expect for the rest of the year. The one exception to that is when a new player comes out. So when Ultimate Legends come out and when new GTs come out, people who aren't interested in keeping the player and really want to sell them will be undercutting each other a little bit. But again, this is going to be affected by how much activity there is, how many people are opening packs, and etc. So prices are a little bit higher, and we can expect to see that on top tier players for the end of the year. Players in general, 98s and overall, will probably be going up in value because there's less out there and people are thinking about their legacy teams. As an example, Big John Riggins, who hopefully will come back to our league. Come on back, John. He dumped his whole team basically, sold it, gave a bunch of his friends coins, which was really awesome of him, helped them build their teams. And then he got the itch again to put together another team. And he's actually put together 100 overall team. And he did it on a budget. He did it with all boosters, was the theme that he went to. I wish he was in our league, or I had him linked through Facebook or something so I could show you guys the team. I mean, just boosters at pretty much every position. Just a really fun team, and it's a good way to do it for next year. And you've got people who are going to be doing that. I'm actually considering doing that myself. I was thinking about getting GT Des Bryant, and there has been none that I've seen in the auction house for 2 days. And it's kind of getting at that point where, okay, so I get probably the best wide receiver in the game, him or Rice. Are probably the two best at this point. But it's kind of getting to that point where why increase my overall anymore? What is the point? And really the thing with overall, and what I've realized, the more and more I've played for league championships, in head-to-head, in league-to-league play, what I have to say about overall and how it affects things is this. It definitely affects gameplay. If you got a bunch of really good players, they're going to show up in film. But there's a couple things you got to keep in mind. When you're playing at pro settings and when you're playing in league to league, you could have a nice 105 defense like I have, and somebody knows what they're doing, 90 overall and above, they'll put up 24 on you. The difficulty level is just too low. Your defense won't make enough plays to make a difference if somebody can pick the right plays and execute with them. It's just not going to matter whatsoever. When it comes to playing in league championships, what I've noticed, when we're playing on all Madden, your defense plays a lot better. Those guys are going to really show up. But you can still be beat by a lower overall player like I was by JP. And any number of things like that happen. So your defense will play better. But you're still, there's still player skill, of course, and picking the right plays and etc. And then it just seems like higher overall teams at some point get nerfed in gameplay to try to equalize things a little bit. I think that's definitely a factor. And one way I found that out is I was playing head to head against a guy who had a 109 defense up against me. He did it with boosters. He had BCA fits. He had Dry Archer, game changer for his speed boost. He had a bunch of boosts on the offense, a 99 offense and a 109 defense. And he did that. It did a couple things when you do substitutions like that. It lowers your overall, which means you're taking on lower overall teams. And what I found with this guy is he forfeited. I beat him 13 to nothing. He threw a pick six and then I scored on him. But the defense wasn't all that tough. Guys weren't coming free blitzing. Secondary guys were kind of playing soft. I had enough time to throw the football. It just didn't play like you thought a 109 defense would play. So it definitely, and there were a bunch of GTs and Ultimate Legends on that team, of course. So I was kind of like, wow, what is going on? And it does seem like EA nerfs those higher overall teams sometime. And I think EA might have adjusted things and tweaked that a little bit based on the fact that a lot of people would lower their overall to play head to head, and they would lower their overall in the league season championship too. The teams were doing that, and for a while they were getting easier matchups because of it. So I think that EA has kind of tried to correct that. And they've probably done that a bit all along, but it wouldn't be surprising to me at all if EA has tweaked that down the road. So, back to Marco's team. So, he needs to get GT car. For sure. I would say. He needs to get that guy. I think he'll just be happier if he gets him. Sell off Brady. Get GT car on the team. That'd be first thing, because the GTs, they only made so many of them, released in packs. It's not going to be a set based type of thing. And I think that's something he definitely needs to do. The other thing he needs to do is get Freeney out of here and get positional hero Mac to go to position. Not only is Mac better, but he's a Raider. And going along with that Raiders theme, he's already got Lott in the lineup, Ultimate Legend. And he also needs to get, I believe, he'd be happy if he gets the Charles Woodson tribute card. That'd be a good one to get. Because of that, when he gets that, I would put him where Cam is right now. For whatever reason, he has Cam at free safety. I would get Cam out of there anyways. I don't like Cam at that position. Either put him at strong or put him at dime or nickel if he prefers. But I would definitely switch that anyways. And maybe so he needs that tribute Woodson card, and get him, put him at free safety right here. Then I would probably put Lott over here at strong, so all Raiders safeties. I would put Dion at nickel. And then I would put, well, somebody's got to go at that point, huh? Maybe Dion's got to go out of the lineup at that point. But I'd say tribute Woodson for Dawkins or for Sanders, whichever one he wants to replace is what I would do. From a gameplay point of view, I probably would consider getting rid of Sanders, but he could still run Sanders at dime too and just run it that way. So that's what I would do if I were him on his team. Otherwise, it looks really good. Speed booster on the team would do some good, but at this point, that's a gameplay thing. In the legacy team, it's all about having a team that you're going to be happy for playing these little events next year. It's really not that important except to look at. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys doing like John did and dumping their high overall team and put something together for a lot less coins. Then you could take those coins and buy MHC on Mudhead with them, even though the conversion rate is really not favorable considering it's getting towards the end of the year, but it's still something you could potentially do. For me, this is what I'm considering doing. I might just keep on pushing up the overall and trying to get that up as high as I can. I could probably get up to, I would think, 105 fairly easily with the coins that I have right now and the players that I have right now. But what I'm kind of considering doing, because I can't get GT Des Bryant, doesn't look like there's any in the auction house when one shows up. Who knows how much it's going to be? You know, I wouldn't really pay more than 4 or 5 million coins for them, I don't think, which would be the rest of my coins. Have to recover that again. It seems kind of pointless to do. So, what I might do is put together a team that has a lot of the good event players from the whole year. That's something I'm considering doing. So, the BCA players, Fitz and Barry, most feared Dawkins, and just kind of putting together a team like that, it seems to me, might be the thing to do. The only reason I say that too is just increasing overall, like I said, it does become kind of pointless type of endeavor to do. So things like the BCA's most feared, maybe even put like I don't know, maybe Super Bowl Aaron Rodgers, or go back to Road to the Playoffs Brady, and putting together a team like that with those types of players on it, all the league players, etc., and just dumping out and getting some coins back. So it's what I'm considering doing, but I haven't made up my mind, and obviously I have 3 months to do so. So that is what I am looking at, and that is my video for the day. If you're looking to play in a league, a lot of leagues are dying out. We've had some guys uh, go inactive on us or quit, kind of go by the wayside, get burnt out, which is totally understandable. 9 months in, people want a little break. A lot of people want to come back for the reset. Some don't. But at this point, we're still playing. We're going to stay active for the rest of the year, and then we're going to start it up after the reset and go at it next year. And we're at 28 members right now, and league requirements are low. It's been hard to get players in here. We've gotten some really good players in here lately, but we're willing to take on some lower overall players. 95, 500,000 fans. If you want to come in and play, we are active. We're always doing league championships. We're on KIK. We're try to be very helpful, try to help people out in terms of teams and gameplay and things like that. So our league is Mobile Madness, and you can look up myself on KIK. It's Ice the number 9 Vonnegut, Vonnegut. So look me up, and we'll see about setting you up with a tryout. Again, a shout out to our commissioner, Papa Raider. He's doing YouTube videos as well. And thanks for watching, guys.